Okay, hello, second graders. Today we are looking at lesson 9-3. They're asking us to name place value, and we're finding that on page 523. So if you can please take out your books and your pencils, I'm going to share my workspace with you here. You can see Emily on that page, and I'm going to go ahead and read the talking bubble while you follow along. Jake says the 3 in 738 has a value of 3. He shows this with 3 1 blocks, or 3 ones blocks. Do you agree with Jake? Explain. Use the chart to help. Okay, so we know that we're working with the number 738, and we're specifically looking at the value of the 3 in that number. So I'm going to go ahead and write it here. Okay. It also tells us that Jake shows this with 3 ones blocks. So Jake's reasoning is, here's the number 738, and if I were to break it apart, this 3 would be worth 3. That's his reasoning. And he says, look, I can show it by using 3 ones blocks. Okay, so we are being asked if he's correct, and then how we can show if we don't agree. So I know that many of you right now are saying, no, that's not the right answer, and you're right. But how can we show that this 3 is not worth 3? Well, one way is by using a hundreds chart. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this number in this hundreds chart. I know I have 7 hundreds because 7 is in my hundreds place. I have 3 tens, and I have 8 ones. Okay. Now looking at my 3 in my tens place, I know that that digit cannot be represented with ones blocks because it's in the tens place, right? So in order to represent that, I would need 3 tens, or 3 rods as we sometimes call them, right? So 3 is not worth 3 in this number. It is worth 10, 20, 30. Okay, and how did we prove that? We proved that by showing 3 is in the tens place. So it can't be worth ones. Okay, 3 is in the tens place. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more practice with naming place value. Look ahead. First box. What number do the place value blocks show? So I have flats, rods, and cubes. Remember, you can use a place value chart to show the value of each digit. So if I look back, I see I have 3 flats. So there's my 3. I have 5 rods. There's my 5. And I have 4 ones. There's my 4 in the ones place. To sum up, it shows us that the number 354 has the following values. The 3 has a value of 300, or 300, right? You could write it out in words, 300, or you can write it out with the number. The 5 has a value of 5 tens, or 50, and the 4 has a value of 4 ones, or 4. Okay, and Emily tells us that the position of a digit tells its value. Okay, and position just means where it's placed in the number. So let's go ahead and look at the guided practice for some more practice. Complete the place value chart, then write the value of each digit. Number 1, here are our place value blocks. I have 3 flats, so we're putting a 3 in the hundreds. I have 4 rods, so a 4 goes in my tens place. And then I have 8 ones, so 8 goes in my ones place. Okay, the 3 has a value of 3 hundredths, or 300. We could write it either way. The 4 has a value of 4 tens or 40. And the 8 has a value of 8 ones or 8. Okay, all right, so let's look at what you are going to be working with today in your independent practice. The directions ask to circle the correct value for the underlined digit in each number. Okay, so you'll notice that each number here has one digit that's underlined. So let's take a peek at number 2. The number is 173, and the 3 is underlined. Okay, so let's go through each and decide whether or not the 3 has that value. Does the 3 have a value of 3? Yes, it does. It's in the ones place. Does the 3 have a value of 30? It does not. Does the 3 have a value of 300? No, it's in the ones place, right? Does the 3 have a value of 3 ones? Yes, it does. And does the 3 have a value of 3 tens? It does not. Okay, so that's what you will do for numbers 3 through 6. You'll look at the number that's underlined, and then you'll go through each option and decide if it does fit or if it doesn't. Notice that there can be more than one answer in each of these problems. Okay, so just be aware of that. Let's take a look at number 7 together. Use the number to answer each question. And here's the number, 902 is the number they give us. What is the value of the 9? Okay, notice where that 9 is. If I was building it with base 10 blocks, I would need 9 flats, right? So that 9 is worth 900. What is the value of the 0? That we would use tens or rods to represent that number. It's worth 10, but there's none of them, right? So what is the value of it? It's worth 0 because there's no tens. And then what is the value of 2? It's in the ones place, that's right. So that value is 2. Okay, it's just another way of thinking about place value. All right, and then the higher order thinking, write the number that has the following values. So I would like you to try this one on your own. Read each of those sentences and then put the digits in the right place. It's going to be a 3-digit number. It's going to have 3 digits, and you're going to read these clues in order to figure out which digit goes in each place and find the number. Okay? All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will be seeing you very soon. Take care. Bye.